Hello.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, too. Isn't it already the day after?
No, not quite. See, we've got almost a full hour left. And besides, for any good Irishman, it's St. Patrick's Day all week long. It's a terrific party at Ryan's. I'm sorry you couldn't be there.
Well, I promised those people that I'd meet them this afternoon. And that I'd get through the proofs tonight.
Is that the new afternoon daily?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how does it look?
Well, the layouts are excellent and the features are good. And I am not in total agreement with the editorial positions.
Are you going to take them on?
I don't really know yet. Got to see more and get to know them better. How was the parade?
Oh, it was the best yet. And little Johnny was so excited about that open car tour. I could barely keep him in his seat. He kept bouncing up, waving like crazy. He is a regular little crowd pleaser, that one.
Comes by it honestly.
Well, it was an easy-to-please crowd. They were wonderful.
I'm glad you were there with Johnny and little John. It's a good appearance for you. Need that sort of exposure as the representative who remembers his roots. Speaking of which, what do you know about the West Side Redevelopment Group?
Oh, just that they've done some really good work up on the West Side.
Well, my sources say that they're not getting the kind of support from City Council that they should be getting. Might be a good move for you to get involved. It's the sort of neighborhood project that's perfect for you.
Yeah. All right, I'll put Bob on it tomorrow.
Good. Has Bob come up with anything new on the CMP Realty thing?
Well, Jack is feeling much better, so Bob and a Lieutenant Hayes went over to the hospital and brought him some mug shots. He was able to identify one of the thugs, the one whose mask he managed to get off. So Lieutenant Hayes had him picked up tonight, and it could lead to something, depending on whether or not this guy is willing to talk.
Is Jack the only witness against him?
Yeah. Whew. I know. I know, it could get ugly. So Lieutenant Hayes has assigned round-the-clock police protection to Jack. And then, of course, there's the guard outside of Ryan's. I just don't like any of it, though, Ray. I wish we could just break the whole thing wide open and clean it up right now.
How long does the DA think it'll take?
He can't say. I've put as much pressure on him as I possibly could, and he's assigned extra men to the investigation. I don't know. We should get some results soon. We damn well better get some results soon, or I want to know why. I just hate the idea of going back to Washington and sitting there waiting. I wish... I don't know. I have to go back. And there isn't anything else I can do here.
I've ordered the plane. It should be ready about 12:30.
Good. I'll call Bob and Nancy. Tell them to get them up on the road.
I've already called them.
Oh. Well, we better get moving ourselves then.
Not we. You.
And what about you?
Not going back to Washington with you.
Green mashed potatoes.
Undeniably green. Shamrock green.
You dyed the mashed potatoes. You're not making this up, because I can check these things out.
No, it's truth. And it was a very important dinner party. My parents were entertaining some very sensitive political types.
Well, Frank's always said your father can handle anything.
Do you know that St. Patrick's Day has always been one of my favorite holidays.
Is this another story?
Oh, always another story. When in doubt, tell another story. I think I have time for one more before you have to drive me to the airport.
Did you have to mention that? Really? If it's a long story, you'll just miss the plane.
Anyway, we had this Irish mailman, and it was a family joke that
And he never delivered the mail on St. Patrick's Day.
How did you know?
We had the same mailman.
Oh, you didn't.
It's true. That is the classic St. Patrick's Day story.
No, but it was the truth.
Are you maligning my people?
I wouldn't do that.
You were implying that the Irish are not responsible for their actions on this particular day.
Maybe I was. Is that so bad?
No. You know something? Since you called this morning about Jack, the day's been perfect.
The best part was your idea. Just hop a shuttle and fly to New York. It's been an incredible day. Pat, thank you.
No. Thank you for enlivening our traditional Ryan celebration with your limericks.
Oh, I don't believe I did my
I don't believe it either.
I didn't, did I?
You did. You don't remember? I like them, really. But then I like everything about you.
Pat, what are we gonna do?
Just what we're doing.
I keep telling myself that we're crazy to keep on seeing
But
each
we're
other.
gonna see each other every chance we get.
We're heading for trouble, and we both know it.
Look, what I know is that you're on my mind all the time. Nancy, I want to be with you. I don't want to be without you. You fascinate me. You make me happy. I don't want you to go back to Washington tonight. Stay with me, Nancy.
You mean you're not coming down to Washington tonight? Or you're not coming, period?
Well, the way I feel right now, I'll never go back there again. Of course, we both know I'll change my mind about that. I love the house. I really do love that town. However, for the moment, I think the best thing for me to do is stay right here, run my newspapers and my TV station, and in general, reorganize my life.
May I ask how and when this rather startling decision was made?
Of course. It all started last night at the hospital.
Ah, it's just what I thought.
And it involved a lot of thinking throughout the day. Quite simply, I came to the conclusion that I'm tired of watching myself stand around and overreact to your obsession with Jillian Bolak.
I think I apologized for what happened last night. I am sorry I let Seneca get to me. And I am sorry that you were caught in the middle.
Between you and Jill. And I have been from the very beginning. And I am sick to death of it. You're gonna do something self-destructive one of these days, and I just don't want to be around to help pick up the pieces.
I am not going to apologize for wanting to see Jill when she is in isolation, when she is in pain, and when she is asking to see me.
Fine. See her all you want. Just don't expect me to run interference for you. Because I'm tired of the game. It's painful and it's humiliating.
Ray, I don't ever recall expecting you to run interference for me, especially not on a personal level. Quite the contrary.
I've done a lot of things for you that you needed that you didn't expect. Maybe that was my mistake. In any case, it's over, and I'm not going to dwell on it.
What do you mean, over?
Over. As in, you go to Washington, and I stay here, and all love and luck to both of us.
Why?
I'm afraid you haven't been listening, darling.
Because of Jill.
No, because of you. You're still obsessed with another man's wife.
I want you to understand that I can see Frank, and I can spend a little time with him, and that makes me feel better. And that doesn't have anything to do with you and me.
I wish that were true. I don't believe it is, Jillian. It certainly hasn't been in the past.
Well, this is different.
Look, I know that Frank feels the loss of Edna.
Yes, and he's trying to console me as a friend. I mean, that's precisely what Maeve does when she comes here. You don't feel compelled to suddenly call the guards and ask them to get her out of here.
Honey, I didn't want to upset you. I'm sorry. But there is no way that we can get our lives back together with Frank Ryan always on the other side of the door.
That's exactly what he used to say about you.
He wasn't your husband, I am.
And I haven't forgotten that, not for a minute.
Jillian, I think that you're sick and vulnerable and grieving. That makes you cast around for old securities. And I think Frank is using your grief.
No.
Oh, I don't see that he's doing it on purpose, but... I mean, he's got you constantly involved in the past, honey. And that keeps you from considering the future.
I just guess that I don't really know what the future is.
Well, it belongs to us. To you and me, together. And it doesn't include Frank Ryan.
I'm not sure about anything anymore.
Then you stay. You stay with me tonight.
Oh, I want to. Full of a little chorus of persistent voices. It says, stay, stay.
You'll stay. Stay with me and take the early shuttle tomorrow. Stay. We'll have breakfast at dawn. We'll do anything, anywhere. Maybe we just won't go to sleep at all, huh?
But Pat...
Don't just once ignore the voice of reason.
Right.
If you want to stay, you should. Because people like us think too much. There have been so many times when I haven't done what I wanted to and regretted it.
It's not a question of staying or leaving. The question is, what happens then?
I don't know. But I didn't want to leave you last night. The minute you walked into that study, I knew why I let Ray talk me into coming down to Washington. That was to see you. This morning, I knew why it was important that you got on the plane tonight and came up here. I mean...
It was a wonderfully impulsive thing for good old Nancy to do.
The world, you, me, we all need more All right, I need more impulsiveness, spontaneity. You seem to give that to me.
I hope that's true.
It is. Oh, it is. Dancer's hands.
Pat.
Call the airport. Tell them not to wait.
I've wanted to be with you like this since last summer. I thought I was safe in Washington.
You weren't?
I was just beginning to think that we could be just friends. I don't mean just as if friendship isn't important.
No, I know what you mean.
Maybe it would be better if we weren't friends.
But not nearly as nice.
No.
Nancy, I want to go on seeing you. I mean, to hell with everything else. I am tired of second-guessing life. I'm tired of trying to see around corners, cross bridges, aren't even built yet. Be careful. Maybe being overly cautious is an occupational hazard?
Maybe a reckless doctor would be a little more of an occupational hazard.
Sure. But in my private life, I can afford to have some adventure. Do what I want to do, not what's called for.
The trouble is, if I say yes, oh, I'll be happy. But if I say no, I'll be miserable, but I'll know I'm doing the right thing.
Nancy.
I mean, my parents.
Nancy, try not to anticipate things.
I know, but I'm so afraid.
There's no way of knowing. Now, I know I'm right when I say that neither one of us is ready to jump into marriage. It's not really an issue.
It's true.
Who knows better than us what unexpected turns life takes? When you gave up dancing, you thought it was the end of the world. Look at you. You love your job in Washington. You're discovering a whole new career.
It's true.
You make me feel good. And it's as simple as that. Isn't that what it's all about? Just wanting to see how much I want to be with you.
Yes. I'm scared to death, but yes, and... Oh,
And he'll never give her up.
I don't know if I want it to end like this.
Can't have everything the way you want it, love. You better be going. You'll keep the others waiting.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Don't.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Catch back-to-back episodes of one of TV's most popular shows, Saturday nights at 9 and Sundays at 6. Gilmore Girls on SoapNet.